Hello and welcome. I am Annette Reeder from thebiblicalnutritionist.com, and today it's about answering your questions. Today the questions I'm answering are all about biblical diet meal plan. And when we say those words meal plan, many people pay attention because everyone wants help planning the meals for their family or just for themselves. Well, today the questions are all going to be answered about the biblical diet. So stay tuned. Before we get started, be sure and hit the like, subscribe, and be ready to make comments down below because I read almost every comment, and actually I respond to almost all of you. So I enjoy doing this. It's a way for me to get to know you, and it's a way to get to know where you are in your plan as far as achieving the health that God designed and how I can help you. Question number 1. How can I eat foods according to the Bible diet while on the go? This was submitted by Jennifer. And remember, if you want your questions answered, join us in the Biblical Nutrition Academy Facebook group. So life is busy and we need food to sustain us for energy. So when we're making short trips, try to plan around meal times. Try not to be caught in the car during mealtime. In the Inner Circle Coaching and the 40-Day Transformation, I highly recommend, and we coach you through the 24-hour meal plan and how this is so important to mastering your health. This is where we write out our meals 24 hours in advance. This eliminates eating the wrong foods at the wrong time. Now, if you're going to be really busy in the car, you know, that whole dashboard dining or also the drive-through dining, I want you to make plans the day before on how you're going to eat around those busy hours. Now, it's always best to eat at home as much as possible, and that's really what I want you to do. Yet when you're on the go, we need to plan our meals. So plan high protein and high fiber. Now this is going to require less food to create the feeling of satiety. When we carry sugary foods in the car or in our purse, it overstimulates the appetite, which requires more food to satisfy us. And not just us, but our children as well. So let's think about this. How can we always have high protein, high fiber foods with us? And we want to eat foods in the healthiest form. So when I travel, let's just say when we're going on a long distance, I like to carry hummus and celery sticks. So that takes care of the protein and the hummus, the protein and the fiber. And it's also good to just pause and to eat, and especially don't eat if you're driving or in the car. So if possible, pull over to the side of the road, maybe a rest area or a park, and just for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, just pause and enjoy a moment of respite. Take a moment to pray a prayer of gratitude and then eat slowly. This can bring a calmness back to our mind and peace in the middle of a crazy day. Now, before you say, Annette, I don't have time for that, I get it. I just want you to try it. Even if you just stop for 5 minutes, pull over off the side of the road, you and your kids, you just eat a healthy snack, maybe some nuts, some peanuts, things like that. Now, if we're going to go traveling for more than a day and a night, then I'll take my freshly milled bread along with some nut butter to make quick sandwiches. Not only do we save money, but we save time not going through the drive-thru, and we save a mess by not having all those wrappers. We also save our immune system from eating out. And it's very high fiber, high protein. Add some vegetables, add an apple, and we have the perfect meal. All restaurants pretty much are going to use conventionally processed foods, and it doesn't apply to the 3 principles. And thousands of people could have touched that food, they could have had their hands on it, it's a lab experiment, so try to keep a menu planned. Plan it before going on the go, all right? Don't let a busy day catch you off guard. And maybe you could even plan out some small bags of almonds, or maybe some, we do trail mix when I have the grandkids, and I actually let them pack their own trail mix. Maybe that would be a good answer when you're on the go. Real food on the Bible diet is very possible. It just takes planning. Okay, so let me just get to a final answer for you. Plan your days, plan your foods, plan your success, and pray through it all. And that's just a quick summary. All right, question number 2. How do I start the Bible diet? This was submitted by Yolanda. Well, the first is make a decision. Make a decision that's going to result in the best long-term results and success. That's number 1, is to decide. Decide that you're ready to quit dieting. Decide that you're ready to eat the foods God called good. And make a decision that you're ready to no longer be plagued with the latest hype, because that's exhausting. Then I want you to mark this decision with an index card and make it out to be an advantage card. We talk about this in the 40-day transformation. So make sure, if you haven't started that course, go ahead and do that as well. So write out your advantage card and list all of the reasons that you are doing this. And then you're going to read this card 7 times a day. 7 times every day you're going to read this card until you truly get it in your mind. You are stepping into the best mental shift ever. And this change happens in the mind first, before we head into the kitchen. So make the decision, write it down, write down all of the benefits for being set free in your eating, and then enjoy it. So next, I want you to do inventory of your kitchen. Go through every food. If it's fake, pitch it. And your spices too. If it's not real, if it's not fresh, if it's not a food God would call his, it gets thrown out. Now I'll keep staples in my pantry, such as dried goods, beans, lentils, oats, and grain, etc. Or I'll have dehydrated foods and frozen foods. Those are all good. But go through everything. Go through your meats, go through your dairy. Where do they come from? What's the source? Are they good? Are they good enough for you? Because you are royalty. Every item in your kitchen and your pantry that doesn't follow the guidelines, pitched. No longer, Sonara, no longer welcome here. Now, I've had many people, after I do a conference, they'll share all of the problems and the diseases that come from eating fake foods, and they'll say, man, as soon as I finish what I have in my home, I'm going to buy better stuff. Now, to me, I have a hard time comprehending that entire comment, because I don't want you to finish the fake foods. I want you to stop eating the cancer-causing fake foods, and I want you to eat better foods now. No more, don't finish it, just pitch it. It'll be worth more in the trash can than in your body. Another step is only bring in foods that are real. No fakes allowed. Only buy foods that can be identified. And then number 4, get the best cookbooks, because we need to know how to cook these foods. Now you can find many cookbooks that will teach you how to cook from scratch and make real food. And hopefully you've already got my Healthy Treasures cookbook, because I've got a lot of from scratch recipes. All right, thanks for asking this question. How do I follow the Bible diet as a busy mom? Well, this was submitted by Melissa. Okay, Melissa, let's talk about this. Being a mom is truly a blessing, and I'm sure you're aware of that. When we use the Bible diet plan of eating as a teaching tool to our children, we save them years of problems. We teach our family how to eat, when to eat, what to eat, and why eat, okay? We teach them stories of foods in the Bible. As a busy mom, the more that we can make eating like this, like I just shared, make this the normal, the less work it's going to be. And the less it's going to seem like another add-on to a busy day. It will work in the beginning. And at first, when I transitioned, I had to think really thoroughly how to go through every process of the dinner. What? Rice takes how long to cook? No more minute rice? Okay. No more hamburger helper that I could put on the table in 10 minutes? Okay, so I became the new hamburger helper and not a box. And first I had to learn, okay, how would I make my own hamburger helper? How would I make rice, the long way? And so at first it's going to take time to think through every process. And as we include our family in the change, it's going to be our new normal. Plan your meals at least 24 hours in advance and be willing to adjust when necessary. So if you're going to have rice for a dinner, make 4 recipes of rice and then freeze them in containers that would be just the right amount for each different dinner. When you make a recipe, double it and freeze the second portion for another night. When I cook 3 or 4 times every week, I'm always making sure every meal is going to serve us at least 2 to 3 times. We love leftovers. So I double a recipe or I triple a recipe, so I always have food to put in the freezer. I love having a busy day. I mean, even without kids, I still can have a very busy day. Just pulling dinner out of the freezer, popping it in the oven, and I've got dinner on the table. And it's a meal that I cooked 2 weeks ago. That just makes me so happy. The other thing is plan fasting meals, because fasting requires no preparation. Teaching your family to fast is a great spiritual blessing, and it saves a meal of cooking. And every age can fast. Thank you for these questions. They're so good. They're very insightful, because together we can teach each other how to live on the Bible diet, how to just live sensibly, how to eat real food that God called good for us, and we can enjoy a lifetime of being set free from eating problems. And that's why I'm here for you. So if you haven't already, check out biblicalnutritionacademy.com. We have many courses from Genesis to Revelation to teach you about Bible foods. Yes, and we have the Daniel fast, we have the 40-day transformation. We have so many courses waiting for you so you can learn basically the Bible Diet 101, only it's divided into different courses. So check out biblicalnutritionacademy.com, where we post all of our courses where you can learn this on your own. I enjoy serving you God's recipe for excellent health. Remember, God loves you, and I am so pleased to be able to join you here at the dinner table and share with you God's recipe for excellent health. Thanks for watching.